Adult content creators have many skills and many talents and many abilities that help us flourish in the adult content creation industry. One of the main ones is our ability to be adaptable, our ingenuity, and our ability to make something out of nothing. And today we are going to talk about how we can take that adaptability and ingenuity and apply that to one of the golden rules of adult content creation. So if you don't remember what the golden rules of adult content creation are, they are a set of rules that I put into place that I follow no matter what to protect my business and protect my ass. And the specific rule that we're going to be looking at today is make your content work for you. You don't work for your content. We're going to look at that rule in depth and at the multiple different ways that adult creators can make their content work for them. And hopefully, by the end of this video, your content workflow will be quicker and more bountiful every single shoot. So let's get into it. So the very first tip I can give you for making your content work for you is going to come in handy, especially if you create customized content for your client base, specifically custom videos. Custom videos are, by this point, I think my second or my third highest ordered service, if I'm remembering right. But I get a ton of these. And for me, one custom video can actually turn into like 30 plus pieces of postable and sellable content. And here's how. So let's say, for example, somebody orders a 10-minute long custom video from me. Let's go through my process, right? So day of filming, this is before I've even filmed their custom content. I will take a photo set, a full-fledged photo set in whatever outfit, whatever clothing, or whatever scenario their custom video put me in. If I'm clothed, then I'll use this photo set for promotion. If I'm nude, then I will lock it behind my paywall on my platforms. I always try and get at least 5 photos from this photo set. But fear not, this is only the first of the photos that I'll be getting. Then I go through and I film my video. Everything else is done in post. There's no further setup, no further shooting. None of that is required to benefit and get more from your content. So once your content is filmed, fully edited, and delivered, I will then take that final video and I will watch the entire thing again while I'm doing that, because we all know that's miserable. I don't know about you guys. Do you hate watching yourself in videos? Hate it. Anyway, what I'm doing when I'm doing that is I'm cutting clips of interesting or usable sections throughout. So these are usually between like 7 to 30 seconds long max. Again, depending on the content of those clips, I either schedule them in my NSFW platforms or on my promotional platforms. Then, once I have gone through and I've clipped everything that includes video and audio, I go back through the video again and I turn the sound off. And then I'm looking for screenshots that I can use for photos or little tiny little 3, 4, 5 second sections that I can use to make into GIFs. And then I schedule them on the appropriate platforms. So that one single custom video that I was paid to create has now been turned into many pieces of reusable media. Now, every clip of NSFW content that I created from this custom video that I now am posting on my paid channel, I was paid to make that content, and now people are paying me to see that recycled content. It is a beautiful cycle out here, folks. Hopping on over to the next tip I can give you for making your content working for you. So it's going to be much simpler, but it's just as freaking important. You guys, reuse your content. All of your content that you have created for your OnlyFans, you should put that on your Fansly as well. So long as all of your content platforms have the same concept or theme, or you're posting the same type of content, you do not need to have a different library of content per platform. Buyers are platform diehards. For example, a client who very much likes OnlyFans is very much likely not going to create a Fansly profile just because you have different kinds of content over there. So reduce the workload on yourself. Maintain the increased reach by having a presence on both platforms, but Reuse your same content. You definitely need to make sure, though, when you're doing this, that the type of content that you are cross-posting is allowed on all platforms involved. Now, all the content that you've made for your social media platform, as long as it's applicable within the terms of service of the next social media platform, put that shit over there as well. Big, big, big tip for this one, right? If you promote on Reddit as one of your social platforms, shoot all of your content for your Reddit account, right? Reddit is very, very broken down by section, by theme. Each subreddit has a specific theme, whether it's high heels, booty, nylons, selfie, whatever, you name it. But if you focus on making content per subreddit theme, it will help you from running out of ideas and make sure that where your content needs to be hyper structured, you are hyper structured. Then take all the content that you shot for those specific themes and subreddits and scatter it across the rest of your socials, again, so long as it follows terms of service. This makes sure that you bang out the really specific shit you need to bang out for Reddit, and you have it to put everywhere else. The next tip I can give you when it comes to making your content work for you is going to be another big tip around reusing your content, okay? Lean into Throwback Thursdays. That is a full day of the week that you can pull content from a year ago, from 6 months ago, from 4 years ago, all content that you already have created that you can just schedule and go, or you can re-edit it and give it new life. Your clients will love getting to see your progression and your changes through the years, and it's a full day of content per week that you don't have to fucking think of. You can just pluck from your files. Okay, let's talk a note here. Be very careful. If you're doing this on your own profiles or on your own platforms, you shouldn't come across any problems whatsoever. But if you're posting Throwback Thursdays, let's say on Reddit, certain communities, like certain subreddits, don't allow images to be reused or reposted, so pay very close attention to the rules. The very final tip I'm going to give for making your content work for you and not working for your content is going to be around running a certain type of sale. Now, this is a sale that I personally run whenever my content calendar is low and my inspiration is even lower. So my custom photos are 5 for $50, and that is the absolute base rate, and that's not including add-ons, right? When I run this sale, I will put them up for anywhere from 25 to 35% off that base rate. That, yes, is going to leave me at a profit loss for these photo sets. I get that. It's a pretty big sale. But in this one little situation, that loss is more than okay because we're pulling double duty, baby, and I'm gaining elsewhere. So the reason I am okay with taking this potential profit loss is to solve my initially stated problem. I need content. I'm not sure what the fuck to make, and I do not want to be doing labor for free. So I let my subscribers go ham on this sale. Yeah, I take a mild profit loss, but I see it more along the lines of this. I get paid to do labor I usually would have to do for free. Yes, it's a little discounted, but it's a lot more than free. And because of that, my content library is now a juicy bitch again, right? I'm given fresh ideas from active buyers, so I know that it's actively content that is actively wanting to be seen by my subscribers, and my subscribers enjoy getting some discounted goodies. All right, y'all. Making your content work for you is one of the most important golden rules I have. I use it every single day. If I had to create fresh content for every single fucking platform, including my NSFW, including my promotional ones, I wouldn't be able to keep up. Finding intuitive and creative ways to increase our content production and reuse previous content is one of the best ways to make sure we are fully scheduled out without being fully burnt out. Alrighty, y'all. I thank you so much for sitting on down with me today, and I hope this could have helped at least one somebody out there. I hope you are doing so good. I hope you are so safe. I hope you are so sane, and I hope you are thriving.